Go. Hello.
Hey,
Welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm Ron Suarez.
Althea.
Althea Wiley.
Alexa Alvarez.
And today, as a special treat, what we have our tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so we have the best managing broker on the planet, Nancy Taylor have. And that's not kissing your butt. I just want to say that right off the bat.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to the group.
Happy Thanksgiving as well.
Definitely, we're gonna be happy Thanksgiving with our son Ronnie and his fiance. Yes, I'm going to be a grandfather, so I'm so excited. Yes, thank you. So many thanks. I have so many thanks to give for this Thanksgiving. That's probably right there at the top of the list. How about you guys?
I'm going to be cooking still. Yes, cooking and having Thanksgiving with my family. I'm excited about that.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Well, for me, we're gonna have our first family reunion for my husband's family. So we already rented a house in Wellington.
Oh, wow.
And we're gonna be all together in the house. So we're gonna share and cook in there. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
That is
so
fantastic.
it's very excited.
Yeah.
You know something, Alexa? I'm going to be at my son's house, and they just bought that house recently. And it's my full intention. And Ronnie, if you're listening, I'm going to leave every light on.
Oh boy, you're one of those.
Yeah,
Ron.
I'm going to leave the lights on. Definitely. I'm
That
sure
light
that.
on, that light on.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
you
all
have to see
TVs
these
are going to be
lights.
on.
You have to see these lights.
That's how you get even.
Yes.
How about you, Nancy? What are your plans?
Well, we're going up north to Ohio with my daughter and her husband, their two grandchildren,
Hey.
Watson and Smith. So very, very much looking forward to that. As everybody knows, Watson and Smith are my life. So
Yes. Aren't they both accomplished athletes in their own right?
well, Smith's only 3.
Oh, well, yeah, there he is.
But we figure he can wrestle Watson pretty good.
Oh,
Watson's the athlete, but Smith's going to be taking him over anytime.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So yeah, what a great company we have here at the Kai's Stewart office. Kudos to Nancy for putting together probably, I think, in my opinion, the most dynamic office. And I guess supposedly maybe we could touch off on how we actually met Nancy. So I know that there's some good stories here. So we're going to start off with the first one, which was the prodigal daughter of our Alexa. Who turned Nancy down.
The prodigal daughter. I like that.
Okay.
Alexa, tell us.
Well, it was very nice, interesting. I mean, I broke Nancy's heart, but I got my license, and that was back in February, the end of February of 2019. That was a month before the COVID and all this mess come along, and then
That's always the best time to start in business, is right before a national pandemic. Yeah.
Yes, and it was nice. We have a very nice conversation. Actually, we talk about trips and we talk about Chicago, and I told her all the places I've been and all the scary places also that Chicago has.
In Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was in some rough areas. She was. You know what? It's so funny because we interview a lot of people. We talk to a lot of people over the years. I mean, sometimes it's really hard to even remember people's names. Okay, but I'm really good at faces and things about people. And so what was funny is that, well, not funny, but good, it ended up good, is that the first time when Alexa was brand new, she was deciding between us and another company, should we say, but that's okay, and another company. And yes, she broke my heart. She went to the other company. And of course, I was shocked. I'm thinking we have the best office from the best company, and we just got along so great. And I knew she was going to be a dynamo. I mean, she is definitely has everything that it takes. So then what happened from there? We happened to meet up again.
Yeah, we meet up again and we reconnect and we see each other like, oh, I know you, I remember you. And I was like, yes, of course I remember you.
Chicago, right?
Chicago.
Mean streets.
So, and then, yeah, you know, she got me. I mean, I really love that kind of, I was, you know, the thing in my decision that was before, it wasn't the broker, in fact, you know, it was because it was someone there that I know that worked in the other company. That was the reason I decided to go that way.
Right.
But then this time I met with Nancy and we said, and she put all, I was like, my idea or my head, it was like a puzzle, you know, with so many unorganized stuff. And she put everything together, like, okay, this is what I want. That's where I belong.
That's the,
I like that.
that's
Yeah,
such
I
a
like
well
that.
way to put that together. Is you put the pieces of the
Yeah.
puzzle together.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't know what to do. I have a lot of things that I want. I want to do listings, buyers, this and that. I was like too much going on. It was too much mess in my head.
Mhm.
And she like very calm. She's a manager, as she is. And she put everything together like, oh. And then she let me see the big picture. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
And what's interesting is actually Alexa was very successful with her other company in having the pieces flying all over. So we can't imagine she is going to hit the sky. She's going to be a superstar. So watch out. And I have to tell you, one of my favorite things about what she gives as a gift, tell people what you give as a gift at your closings.
Another Alexa. Now you have your own Alexa at home.
Hey.
And so I have to
Awesome.
tell you,
Wow.
it's hard to talk to her on Zoom when you have an Alexa anywhere within reach. And one day we were having a marketing meeting with Paula, right? And Erin, I think. And my Alexa kept answering because every time I'd say her name, my Alexa
That was
would go,
happening to
"Okay,
one of my
okay."
clients
Yeah.
too. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like, forget it. You know, I'm like, what? No, I'm talking to Alexa. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
But it-
So do you actually run through your house? Just want to know, Alexa, turn the lights on.
no, that's funny. It's funny because we have an Alexa, of course, at home. And, and we make jokes, my husband and I, like, that's the one who followed the instructions, and this is the one that doesn't follow instructions.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Althea, tell us about the first day you came in and
Nervous.
yeah,
Nervous. I'm always say it's totally out my league, but
time out.
no.
This is Althea, who always is so modest in everything she talks when she talks about herself. So put that as a little note in the back of your head.
Listen, I was intimidated. I really was.
Mhm.
And I came in and we you know, it was just after COVID or something, and we were sitting across the table and I'm thinking, and first I didn't know it was an interview. I just thought you came in and you just and sometimes, you know, we were talking and everything, and she was very inviting,
Mhm.
you know, very warm and
Welcoming.
yeah, very welcoming. You know, she wasn't all bougie. You know, she was not just down to earth, and I don't want to cry.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Hey, this is on Keeping It Real. If that's on Keeping It Real, Althea's gonna cry. Yeah, that's awesome.
No, let's bring in and you know what, when it's Althea, okay, and so I have to say too, Althea is, if you don't see some of her other, she's really, I think, a big proponent of why you guys started this Facebook Live too, because she does things with her community.
She's
And
fantastic.
I have to tell you, everyone that I watch is just so amazing. First of all, I would call her Althea in charge,
Yeah.
you know, because she's the brainy one who takes control, and I says, and just seems to have the greatest composure and empathy and feelings, and I just, you know what, we love her to death.
Oh, yeah.
And she is, you know, again, she is, I wish she knew really how everybody else looks at her with such high esteem, because
Oh,
we
absolutely.
all feel that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I
Yeah, for
appreciate
sure.
that. And you know what's really funny is that I was just talking to Don the other day, and I said, if it wasn't for the love in this office, I probably wouldn't be even in real estate anymore.
Oh, wow, really?
Just the other day, because I've actually started working real estate just a couple of months. I've been in it a year, but because of being here almost daily or every other day and feeling the warmth and the love in this office, it makes me want to continue and even learn more about it, because yes, it's money out there, but it's not even about the money,
It's not
for me, because this office makes it like you just want to be here, you just want to learn and just be around, you all. And Nancy, the speed of the team, the speed of the leader determines the speed of the team.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can imagine what type, it says a lot about Nancy, and I am so grateful. This is my Thanksgiving right here. I'm so
Yes.
grateful
That's
to be a part
fantastic.
of this team of realtors.
And we're so grateful for you. And so we'll turn it over to Ron. He's our quiet one in the office. Okay? We just keep thinking, one of these days, Ron's going to come out of his shell.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that being that kid that always got yelled at for talking too much, that in later years that I could turn the table on and say, hey, that's an attribute. I wish I was like in third grade.
Just
and
a gift.
I could say it just, I like to talk. But I love people. And that's what brought me into this business. My sincere love for people, for meeting people, for meeting people with different ideas. I love that. I love getting to know people. And that's what brought me into real estate. But what brought me into this office was a friendship with someone else who's also in this office, Maria Sharino. If you're kudos to you. And I hope your little new dog is doing well. And incidentally, Maria has taken her little beagle and she's bringing it to AKC shows and whatever. So good for you.
Wow.
Yeah, she's doing good. But she brought me to this office, and I had been to several different offices. I was licensed in New Jersey, and so I worked in a few different in New Jersey. And anyway, so as the minute that I walked through the door, in real estate, when you're showing a property, sometimes you walk into a property and you get this feeling, a very happy feeling when you walk into a home. And it's like almost like they call it maybe a chi, maybe an aura, whatever you believe in, you just get a feeling. When I walked into this office, I knew the feeling was very overwhelming. And it was a feeling that, a very happy, very, forward-thinking sort of mentality in this office. The view is also slightly okay. Anyway, but then I met Nancy, and all of that was reinforced because there's something to be said about somebody that knows her business. She's not just somebody that's just giving you information that she read from some textbook on how to be a broker or how to be a manager. She actually has lived in it. She's been successful in her whole real estate career. She's been very successful. So the relationship between a realtor and a broker is one, I would think, maybe like a mentor and a mentee.
Yes,
and they're always there to kind of like keep you in check, give you advice, and to put you in your best foot forward to succeed. And she crosses those T's, dots those I's with an exclamation point at the end of every sentence. And she's probably the most inspirational person that is in my career as a real estate agent. And I'm sorry.
Now you're gonna make me cry.
That's perfect. So Joyce Grasso, I know you got me into the business in Jersey. In no way, I mean, we're friends and you got me into this business, but let me tell you something. You handed it off to Nancy and she's taken it to the next level for me. So thank you, Nancy, so much for that experience. I love working, and I love this so much. You know what? I brought my wife into it. So sorry, Ellie.
Yeah,
For sure.
And as everybody said, I mean, Ron is definitely, our future. It's the future of our company. I think it's the future of the office. He is just so wonderful and helpful and sets such a good example. I mean, this guy's in here every day making his phone calls. And you really have to tear him away from it. He has great goals, And he's always happy. And it's just, I gotta tell you, what can make you happy every day is being around other good, happy people.
Yeah.
And I really think that's the most important thing, is that we do have such good, not just good, nice, happy people, but I think very respectful people. I think the people in our office have such a great respect for each other. And, nobody's, necessarily higher or better or different from each other. Nobody's competing. We're really, it takes nothing to call somebody and get somebody to help you out, even on a Saturday night or Sunday or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite part about these guys.
You're
Absolutely.
like family.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
But
Without
being
doubt.
in real estate, Nancy, how do you stay grounded, so that you are fighting? How do you stay grounded, period, being in real estate?
Well, I have to laugh because I think I'm better at teaching it than doing it. Okay. I tell everybody, have your boundaries. Okay. Don't answer the phone after a certain time. Don't start first thing in the morning. And I'm the worst person because I actually think I answer people in the middle of the night, or text back, or, I'm always trying to be very quick about it. And yet I tell everybody else, have some boundaries, and I think, bottom line is, to me, it's all about family. Okay. And it is about friends, and it is about, this family here too, because we are all family and friends here. And, it's just every day's a new day. And, I think I get up every day and go, oh, this is going to be a wonderful day. Well, until somebody cuts me off or starts screaming at me out the window.
Right.
But then I come in here and you see, Ron's smiley face and Alexa, who basically doesn't need to be here. She could be a model. Okay. And I just, I have to tell you, it makes you feel better every day. And so, we have a lot of trials and tribulations, I think, in this.
Yeah.
I think that's my feeling, is that, and from the day we opened this office, it's a tough business. People can be really rough to deal with sometimes. But if we care about each other, and if you have, it's like little kids, when they home is their place. And you have to come home and feel like you're okay. And so I think we're very good at making sure that we support each other, and we only pick on each other in fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Really, if you
Yeah.
don't get picked on, it's because we don't like you.
Yeah. Yeah. No thin skin here.
Yeah,
No,
you
for
definitely
sure. Yeah,
did.
definitely not.
Exactly.
I think that one of the best dynamics that we have in this company is that we're eclectic and we're diverse, and that there's no pettiness in our company. And I gotta say, Nancy, that's an attribute to you, because you're actually interviewing the people that are working here at this office. So that's something that you have to do, that you take on as your role as manager. So how fast can you read somebody? Do you read somebody like in 15 minutes? Like, if they're not a good fit, do you know that? Or is that something like over the years that you've perfected?
Well, and I have to laugh because also, boy, you're bringing out all my secrets, right? Okay, but for people who know me, they know I'm an empath. Okay, and if people who are an empath, they can feel people's feelings. And I laugh because very few people can get away with anything, because they have a bubble over their head, and I can read it just by people's body language and by their eyes and by their looks on their face or the reactions. And I used to tell my kids, you need to tell me everything, because I'm going to find out anyway. Okay? My husband makes a face, and I'm like, I can't believe you said that. And he's like, I didn't say anything. I go, I can read it above your head. So it's a blessing and a curse. The blessing is, again, being in sales or being with people, you really can read people, and then kind of meld into the situation. The curse is that you feel people's feelings.
Yeah.
You come in and I have a box of Kleenex on my desk. When somebody comes in, and there's a lot of crying that happens in this business, somebody comes in and starts crying, I cry immediately with them. I cry at Walmart commercials. So, it is what it is. And I do think, yes, I can tell. People used to laugh and say, They knew who I was going to hire and who I wasn't going to hire because the interview was either 10 minutes or 2 hours.
Wow.
Right? I mean, I would say hour and a half, 2 hours is
Right.
usually what I spend with
Right.
people, right?
Right.
Some people 2 hours. I would say mostly hour and a half to 2 hours, but it's so true because if they're gone in 10 minutes, it's like, no, it wasn't going to work out.
Right.
So that's why I spent that hour and a half here.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, we just don't let you come in and sign up. Althea. She thought she was coming in to sign up.
So Nancy, the one thing about our market area, I mean, so we're on the Treasure Coast here, and so a lot of folks think that, oh, you just service Stewart and the immediate area. You know, what do you got to say about that? As far as what our reach is, our market reach here in
Well, I really did a lot of research before we opened this office in January of 2015, which I still ask my therapist, what made you think you could open an office from scratch? And he's like, I don't know. He goes, I don't know that I would do that today. But we did. We started with a really good group of people. But the reason we wanted to be here in Stewart and on the water here in Stewart is that, if you made a big circle around us, we really can cover everything easily through Vero Beach, down to Palm Beach Gardens. We do a lot of Palm City, a lot of Port St. Lucie, a lot of Hutchinson Island, and we can just cover such a big radius, all within a very close proximity.
Yeah.
And to me, what I found was amazing is that the market is everything from mobile homes to mansions. And we've sold all of those in between. And so we will always have what I call a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start brand new when you're young in this office, you can start with first-time buyers, and you're going to be able to build up your whole career here. And the same thing for everybody. You can start doing something, but then you can also build up to doing luxury. You can build up to doing vacation homes or the condos. So there's just a lot available. So we're always seem to be consistent. We'll always have some consistent business. We're not going to see the big highs and lows that you're going to see in the other market business.
That's awesome. And that, that kind of thought process from mobile homes to mansions, it actually trickles down through the company. So whether you are selling a mobile home or whether you are selling a mansion, we're going to treat you like you're selling a multi-million-dollar mansion, whether it's a mobile home or whether it's a middle of the road sort of home. We're going to treat you first class. And right or wrong.
Yeah, and that brings me also to being on the water here, and we kind of decorated the place as very coastal chic. Was our idea to begin with.
Is that what that's called?
That's what we call it. That's what I looked up.
Yeah.
We looked up coastal chic, and we had Dan and Karen Cottrell and Lori Barfield, and we were all a group who helped design the office. Actually, it was my husband who kind of drew out this idea. And then we went to a local architect, and we just wanted it open and inviting, and we wanted to be on the water. And I said, we want nice coffees for people, and we always have sodas and snacks and everything. So when we bring somebody in here, and we do a lot of closings here in the office, we can't even get them out sometimes. They're back in the back getting snacks and sodas, or we have the kids with them, or they're watching the dolphins or the sharks. And in the beach, and we can see so many things. And so it's very, very inviting to, again, I think what Ron said, to all of our customers, no matter who we have, I think we can handle everybody. And I think that it is because of these guys who, again, make it real.
Yeah.
We make it real.
Get that in,
Yes,
right?
I like that. Yes. Perfect. That's awesome. So, I mean, our family services. So, in our last week's show, we had Vince who gave us a lot of information, probably maybe a little tip of what it is in the mortgage business, but our family services is really important, and we kind of stress that to everybody. So, I mean, how do you feel about the family services and all the stuff that we're able to deliver to our customers?
Well, as I mentioned, and we always do our kickoff meetings in September or October, looking next year. So we already have our 2022 banners around. We do our planning. We really plant our seeds. What I told everybody is, everybody's had a tough year last year, and parts of this year. Personally, we've had some great business, but but it's been harder I think, than it's ever been.
Mhm.
You know, so the bottom line is my goal for everybody next year is what can we do to make your life easier? I want you to be able to do more business, but do it easier. It's keep it simple. Okay. We can do that because we have the best loan officer, the best title company, the best insurance company, the best property management. And what I feel is when I hand it over to them, that's just less that I have to do or that anybody has to
Correct.
do.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, you can use anybody that you want to use. However, everything will go smoother this way. Secondly, we have congressional phone numbers. So if something's not going well or there's a problem, we can always elevate it to Craig or to Ryan or to Rose, you know, whoever we need to, we get it done. I have never had to elevate it, I don't think, all the way to my campus. But if he had to do something, he would take care of it.
Right.
So having that kind of support, okay, and again, teamwork,
Mhm.
not just from our FOS, which by the way, over the last 5-6 years, you know, we've put together, I think we have the best FOS team. I really do.
Yes.
I tell people, you know what, I don't want to know all the latest and greatest things in mortgage, title, insurance.
Mhm.
All I want to know is the phone number of a good loan
Yeah.
officer,
Oh my
a
God,
good
yeah.
insurance person, and a
And
good title
teacher.
person.
That's good.
I don't need to know all the details because that's what they're here for,
Yeah.
and that's what they take care of for. So they really, really do make your life easier.
Absolutely. And those congressional people that Nancy was talking about, Craig, Rose and mine, that's the insurance, title and mortgage company. So
Oh, and don't forget
just-
that.
Yeah.
For property
Yeah,
management.
property
I'm
management,
sorry,
yeah.
Nancy,
Yes. Yeah, I know. So a lot of different ways that we're able to serve our clients' needs with a very great office, right? A lot of great agents.
Oh, I mean, and something that I love of this office is the teamwork,
Mhm.
you know,
Okay.
from Dawn, from anybody. I
Yeah.
mean, like she mentioned, I mean, I actually, I call you a couple
Yeah.
times.
Oh,
a day,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and you know, Sunday, Saturday, so that's
Doesn't
something
matter.
that we love of the teamwork. And
Sure.
we're with the same company or the title mortgage,
Mhm.
even Vince. If
Mhm.
he's someone in the last minute hold through the mortgage or something, you call Vince and he right away pick you up wherever you are and you know
Yeah.
try to save you the deal.
A mortgage guy on a Sunday.
Yes,
Go figure, right?
in your 30+ years of being a realtor or broker manager, what makes a good or great realtor?
Okay, I say there's only one common denominator, just one. Any ideas? Any thoughts? One word.
He drinks out of a cup that says everything I touch.
So
turns to gold. Oh, is that me? Oh, no.
No,
No.
I have to tell you what it is. It's a commitment level, okay? This isn't something you can try. Real estate, you can't just say, hey, I'm gonna try this for a couple months. You have to make this commitment because it is like being the brand new attorney in town, the brand new dentist, the doctor. You have to build this business, and so you have to have a commitment to doing this, okay?
Yeah.
To spending the time to doing this,
Right.
and to seeing yourself in the next 2 to 5 years. So you have to be able to see into the future. But I would say the best attribute is those people who are service oriented. Because if you can get people to trust you and you can get people to like you and you're honest with them and you are caring with them and you really have their best interests at heart, they know it immediately. I mean, there are so few places today that we get good customer service, but you know, to me, our realtors get phenomenal 5-star customer service, and you gotta like being the servicer. And again, I love being a caretaker. I think that's part of being a mom too.
Yes.
Sometimes it's, you know, just you like taking care of people, you have to like taking care of people, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And the follow through that you're able to, you know, get in touch with the same people that you helped, you know, whether they were on the selling side or on the buying side, you reach out to them maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years after the deal, and that you're just still interested in that person
Yeah,
because you made a friendship along the way.
absolutely.
But I think something that it makes good to us as a good tours here is to have a leader like her
Right.
in our back.
Exactly.
Because you can have
That's a fact.
potential,
No,
you can
yeah,
have potential, but if it's people doesn't help you, you don't have
Right.
people surround you to go to the next level or to give you the tools or anything, you can be successful.
you could be a
sometimes.
lump of clay. And that's how every great piece of art started. But unless somebody's there forging that piece of clay,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you're just not gonna be that. And that's what Nancy has done.
Yes.
Well,
Takes
you guys
this
again, thank you,
big
you
thing,
know,
yeah,
and this is
definitely.
Thanksgiving and.
Yes,
Yes.
And you know, what a lot of people don't realize is I think a lot of people leave this business just before they're going to become successful. Because you know what, it's just, you know, there are time frames, and I call it the crying time. And that's usually between 12 and 15 months or 15 and 18 months, where everybody thinks, oh, I put so much into this and it's not coming as quickly as I want. And right after that is really when things are
Start
going.
on, yeah.
almost like that digging for gold, right? Or the diamond field where, you know, they were pushing on and they were just maybe 2.5 feet from getting that gold and, you know, they pulled away and didn't get it. But our time here is done, right? I mean, you know, it's
Yay,
time to
yay.
carve that
'Cause
turkey.
you know
ladies
what,
and
it's
Time
gentlemen.
to start getting ready for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
absolutely.
tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah,
and,
for
and
sure.
Yes.
happy Thanksgiving, and oh my
Yes.
gosh, am I the luckiest person in the world to work with these folks
Oh.
because they are fabulous. And
Awesome.
and again, this is my why, you know, my grandkids are my big why, my kids are my why, but you know what, this is also my why. I love
Yeah.
doing this, I love
Awesome.
being with people like
Awesome,
this.
fantastic.
I also would like to say thank you to all my clients in this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That, you know, I work with them and they are not just clients, they are like friends, and I'm very honored to
Mhm.
be, you know, to work with them and help them to have a house and all
Yes.
and find this and
Sure.
go with the process with them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for all my clients, my family, my big Y, my grandbaby,
Yay.
and my family. And so, yeah, I'm very thankful. I'm blessed very much. So thank you.
And
Well, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
no, I'm thankful
Forgive me.
again
I'm gonna
for
make
the
this-
opportunity for being in this office, and I'm thankful for my clients that I have been servicing and my potential clients to come. So
Yes.
I am very thankful. We're all going. This is probably our first Thanksgiving since the pandemic. So
That's
we
right.
want you to go out and enjoy your family on
But be
tomorrow. Be careful. But enjoy your family
Yeah.
and be thankful.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks,
for the-
Nancy.
Oh, thank you.
Bye. See you
Bye.
next time. See you next Thursday, Friday, Wednesday.
Yes.